Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, because right now you can see that Bitcoin is still holding this 0.236 Fibonacci level as a level of support. So yesterday we saw a bounce from there, and today we did not break below this level yet. So the key price level to pay attention to right now is the 0.236 Fibonacci level sitting at 60.6K. So for example, getting a daily candle close below this Fibonacci level right here, as well as below these lows, would definitely have some bearish implications, likely sending us down lower. And I will talk about the support and resistance levels in just a second here. But before I get to that, I want to show you guys this ascending trend line on the weekly time frame, because right now Bitcoin is holding this as a level of support as well, and is basically exactly at the current price, so at about 61,000 US dollars, which is also aligning with this bull market support band sitting from 61.2K all the way up to 64.4K. And it is actually critical that on this weekly time frame we hold this as a level of support, because for example, getting a weekly candle close below this bull market support band typically means that the Bitcoin price will trade below that bull market support band for the next 2 months or so. And often you'll also see some pretty bearish price action in the short term. So this is important to pay attention to, and we will get this weekly candle close in about 4 days here. And lastly, for this higher time frame, we also have this descending channel that Bitcoin has been consolidating in for quite some time here. And the bottom of this descending channel is sitting all the way at 56.3K. So yes, even if the price goes as low as this level right here, I still think that the bull run is on, and that eventually we can break out of the top of this range at some point. But of course, if we get those candle closes below this level on the weekly time frame, then it definitely will have some bearish implications. So those are basically the things I'm looking out for on these higher time frames here. Although now zooming into this 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, you can see that right now we are trading exactly in my level of support, sitting from 62.4K all the way down to 60,000 US dollars. And if you now start seeing some 4-hour candle closes below that 60K level, then likely we will be heading down to this next big level of support, sitting from 58 all the way down to 56,000 US dollars. However, if we get some big inflows into the Bitcoin ETFs and you start seeing some candle closes above this 62.4K level, then likely we will be heading up to this next level of short-term resistance sitting at 63.6K. So if you see the price trading upwards, then this is an important level to pay attention to, because considering that this is a level of resistance, you can see a rejection from that level. Although if the Bitcoin price trades through that level and, for example, retests it as a level of support, then likely we will be heading up to this next level of big resistance sitting at 65 all the way up to 66,000 US dollars. So these are the shorter term price levels that I'm paying attention to for Bitcoin. Now moving on to the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. First of all, on this 3-day time frame, right now you can see that we took out some liquidity to the downside. However, there is still more liquidity to the downside left, sitting as low as about 60.3K on this time frame. And again, there is a little bit of liquidity sitting at 58,000 US dollars. And taking a look at the liquidity to the upside, right here at 62.5K, we have about $260 million worth of liquidity. And then again, about $240 million sitting at 63.6K. So I do think it is likely that at some point the Bitcoin price is going to get attracted to these higher levels of liquidity in order to take all of these shorts out of the market. And zooming out to the 1 month time frame for the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, it is pretty much the same story here, because yeah, most of the liquidity is to the upside, and there's very little liquidity to the downside left on this time frame. So we have liquidity at 65, 67, 70, and 72,000 US dollars. And at this 72.3K level, we have about $2.5 billion worth of shorts that get taken out of the market if the price reaches this level. And so long as we keep trading inside that descending channel that I was showing earlier, I believe that we are going to take out this level of liquidity at some point. Now moving on to the Bitcoin ETF inflows. And of course, yesterday we saw some bullish momentum. So I had a sneaking suspicion that we would have a net inflow. although it was only $31 million worth of net buying pressure from these ETFs. So nothing major here, and I do think it will be interesting to keep tracking this for the remainder of this week, so for Thursday and Friday's data, to see if we start seeing the Bitcoin ETF investors flipping a little bit more bullish here, because recently we had nothing but net outflows, of course putting a lot of selling pressure and downwards momentum on the Bitcoin price. So if you now start seeing the Bitcoin ETF investors flipping more bullish, then this could also have a bullish effect on the Bitcoin price action. Now, if you want to watch my current Ethereum and Solana analysis, I recommend checking out yesterday's video, because unfortunately I do not have time for it today, but not too much has changed in the market because basically we just traded sideways here. So I recommend checking out yesterday's video if you are interested in that analysis. And before I leave off here, I want to give a quick shout out to the Road to 1 Million community on Discord. Currently, we have about 850 members inside this Discord server. And of course, it is a very active group of people that are trading crypto every single day and also just sharing their analysis on the crypto markets. So if you want to join the community, you can join it for free with the first link in the description of the video you're watching right now. This has been today's market update. Thank you for watching once again. Yesterday's video is on the screen right now, and I will see you again tomorrow in the next one.